believe that what they call the silent cartographer is somewhere under this island. The cartographer is a map room that will lead us to Halo's control center. The island has multiple structures and installations. One of them contains the map room.
We're approaching the LZ. It's gonna be hot. Get set to come out quick. Touchdown! Hit it, Marines! Go, go, go!
All my friends I know in the military smoke, but it's not tobacco, so you know.
Oh, okay, yeah. Anyway, this is the Silent Cartographer, which is a level probably a lot of people are familiar with because it was the demo for the first Halo.
I think this is the first level I played, actually, when I went to my friend's house and played this game, and I was like, wow, this is really neat looking.
Yeah. This is definitely, so far, out of all the levels, the best looking one.
Yeah.
This is where Halo, the first Halo, really starts to come into its own, in my opinion.
I really
and plus the theme starts playing, and it's like, yeah.
Yeah, everyone knows this theme too. Like, I remember a year ago, like, they were playing this on the radio because,
Holy shit, really?
Yeah. No, they had like a 3-hour block of, like, video game music played by some famous orchestra. And this is one of the ones that came on, and even my mom was like, wow, this is really neat. So.
Yeah, it's a good song.
Mm-hmm.
So this week, while it's still unavailable, so I have with me, and I'm going to call you the Tub of Fun, because I think that's what you are known as.
On the SA forums, yes, I am known as the Tub of Fun. Some of you may know me as the Dez as well, but will call me Tub of Fun because we have another DE person here.
It's the double D.
Yes.
Anyway, so we're doubling back on ourselves, and I'm displaying how good I am at driving.
Yo.
Because there's a secret video game secret.
Oh no.
Hidden back here.
Would you call it an Easter egg?
No, it is not an Easter egg.
Oh, okay.
It is one of the things that we have been collecting as we've been going along with the LP. It's a skull.
That was in the first Halo? I don't remember those.
No, it wasn't. The skulls were added in for the anniversary edition that we are seeing here. So if you actually switch back to the original, which you can do, if you just press like the select button, it just switches back to like the original graphics. The skull disappears.
Okay.
Because it was never there.
Okay, and you don't pick him up in this one either. You just walk.
No, you just walk over him.
All right, and now we've unlocked one of the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse.
Yeah.
So I mean, I guess war is technically all around us, but where would the other 2 be?
There's I mean, there's not a lot of food around here.
Yeah,
I've
so
never seen...
hence famine. Yeah, so we got
yeah,
famine.
I mean, of all the Halo games, I've been around like quite a few Halos in my time, and I've never ever seen as much as a plant, like a potato.
That's true.
You
know, now that I think about it, in Halo 2, or 3, I want to say, when you actually go to Earth and you go through the shopping mall, I'm pretty sure there was not a single food place in that shopping mall.
So what we can take away from this is that in the future, no one eats anything anymore.
Yeah.
Eating is illegal, it's banned.
They just dump all the nutrients you need in the water, kind of like fluoride or whatever it is, you know?
Oh, yeah.
So it's just you drink water straight from the tap and you're like, oh man, I feel great. I feel like I had 10 steak dinners.
Yeah. I hope you caught that sweet stick, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
I caught that grenade right on that elite spot. I bet he was very annoyed right before he died.
But do elites have butts?
I'm gonna say yeah, sure.
But they're aliens. They can't possibly have the same physiology as us, right?
I mean, they've got a head, and feet, and legs, and arms, and hands.
But for all we know, the mouth could be like a cloaca or something.
I mean, I think both of us have seen what an elite mouth looks like. It looks weird.
Yeah, so it's totally possible. I just don't want to be reductive towards them, you know?
Yeah, let's not go making assumptions about alien anatomy here.
Yeah, you know, Aliens have rights too.
Have a real fight. The
They can have their
cartographer
butt wherever they want it to be.
My analysis indicates that the map room should be.
That's alright, Cortana right here is like, hey, you need to go in there and go down, and I'm like, yeah,
No.
but I'm bad at video games and I need an overshield. Luckily, there's one right over here.
I was gonna mention earlier, as far as being bad at driving this game, to be fair, the Warthog controls like butt.
Yeah, and
That is-
it never gets better.
No,
the
it really
Warthog
doesn't.
controls the same way every single Halo game.
It's like... It feels like it's on skis. Like instead of...
Ski-mobile.
Yeah, it feels like it's like a rocket-powered ski-mobile. Or whatever you call those things. Skidoos, or is that the water kind? I don't know.
No, I think you're thinking of a jet ski.
Well, no, there's jet skis, yes, but there's the snow one, which is like a powered snowmobile, but like without treads. Instead, it just has the
Halo subsystems.
What is that dude doing?
He shut himself in, and he's like, haha, I'm in here now and you're not. And I'm like, fine. Because we need to go that way, but now we can't.
Just starve him out. I mean, you got famine.
Just sit there with the gun like, one of us, what, or like, I can stay here all day.
Mm-hmm.
Understood.
This power armor keeps me awake 24/7. What about you?
Here are your orders. I want you to use any means necessary.
So, what do you think? What do you think the power armor does to keep someone awake for that long?
I don't know that it does, I just made that up.
Oh,
I mean, it probably could.
I don't know. I don't know the lore of Spartans.
The only lore-y thing I know is what I mentioned in the last video, where it's like, normal people cannot wear Spartan armor because it, like, destroys their bodies.
Doesn't it weigh like 1,000,000 pounds, so it just kind of crushes them?
It's something like that. Somebody in the thread explained it, and I can't remember, but they did a very good job of explaining it. So props to them.
That's good.
But I also imagine, like, wearing a suit of armor that big would probably keep you awake just because it was so uncomfortable.
Yeah, that's a good point. So it wasn't by design, but you know,
Probably
it
if it
works,
chafes
so
real bad, you know? Like,
I can only imagine.
there was a cut there, by the way, because, like, you see that, like, sticky grenade that whizzed past my head?
It didn't whiz past
That-
last time.
Yeah, that killed me.
Gotta love it.
Sometimes the grunts have got really good aim with those things.
Yeah. I'd like to take a moment to talk about the AI in this game.
Mm-hmm.
The AI is not super complex for the time, but just the animations they give, the grunts and everything, make it seem a lot more like lively than it really is, like the way it's programmed. Because it's very
Yeah, it's
simple, like,
definitely like-
if grunt die, grunt run for X amount of time.
Yeah,
But
that's
just
what
the
it
way,
amounts to.
huh?
That's what it amounts to, yeah.
Yeah, but like just the animations are so fluid that it makes it seem way more. Did you just one shot that? You did.
Yep.
I thought it took more than one shot.
Not with with a pistol or a sniper rifle, it takes one shot in the back.
Wow. Okay. Rip hunters.
Also, somebody pointed out in the thread that hunters are definitely not male. I called them like very strong boys or something like that in the last video, and someone was like, they are not male.
Well, I don't
They
think
are-
they're female either, because technically aren't they like... I don't remember... I don't know how I remember this, because I really don't like Halo that much. But I remember someone telling me that hunters are like multiple organisms working
That's
like...
it. Yeah, that's right, yeah. That's completely right.
So who are we to say that parts of the hunter are not strong boys? But also,
Could be.
there could be strong females mixed in there too, strong girls, you know? Just
Could
one
be
big
both.
happy family. So I guess they're not really happy, they're pretty angry.
Well, I mean, they get pretty angry when you kill one of them, yeah.
That's true, yeah.
They are very generous with their overshields in this level. They're just everywhere.
Well, this was like the first hard level.
Yeah.
The one before this wasn't super hard, it was just long.
Well, there were like... Actually, the level before this has more enemies that can one-hit kill you than this one does.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wait, what was the last one before this, actually? I might be thinking wrong.
The Truth and Reconciliation, when you go on the alien ship first time.
Oh, no, I'm
There's
thinking...
a bunch of dudes. There's a bunch of dudes with swords.
Yeah, no, never mind. I was thinking of the one before it, where that was the first time you were actually on Halo, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. That one was just super long.
Whoa! Oh no! Ow! Okay, I got it. I got this.
Yeah, it's kind of silly that, like, they don't do very much damage compared to the fact that you could just, one-shot them.
So we picked up the first skull. There are actually 2 skulls in this level.
Oh boy.
And the second skull requires a skill which I do not have. It's the ancient art of grenade jumping.
Oh man.
I can make it! No! Wait, I got this. I can do it? No. Okay, this time. No. I got it. I fucking... No! Okay, this... Yep, okay,
Oh,
yeah,
nice.
yep. Oh man, I got it, yes. No!
Brilliant.
Okay, there we go.
So how much easier would that have been if you could make your own vehicle?
Oh, fuck off. You know what? I don't bring you out here to insult me in my house.
Yo, it was a legitimate question, alright? It didn't have to have anything to do about nuts and bolts, but here you go, you're making it about that.
Good. That should open the door that leads into the main shaft.
Alright, so we gotta... Uh-oh. Hold on.
Taking enemy fire. Repeat, we are under heavy fire and are losing altitude.
Alright, so we gotta make our way back to where that door was. But there are invisible guys in here somewhere.
I don't know, I can't see him. Oh, there's one.
And there's the other one.
Nice.
For whatever reason, the guys with the active camo, and I don't know if it's just this level, but they take like next to no bullets to kill.
That's interesting. Yeah, I wonder if that
Yeah.
was a design choice or if it's something that just accidentally happened.
I don't know. By the way, they want you to like go down and go all the way around, but you can just like jump on that rock
Yeah.
and just kind of slide down. Hello.
The
Got a rocket
design,
launcher.
the design of the rocket launcher was like my favorite thing about this game. I thought it was super neat.
I like that they just give you the rocket launcher and they just give you a bunch of ammo. And just
Yeah.
like, hey, go hog wild.
And you don't really need to use it in this level, right? Like, there's nothing big that comes besides like maybe a couple more hunters.
There's a couple more hunters, which is very good against, obviously. I mean, again, you can just use the pistol and shoot them in the back once, but like, yeah, rocket launcher is very effective at taking care of hunters.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's no like big enemy vehicles or anything you need to take care of, so they're just kind of giving it to you as like an option.
Yeah.
But Cortana actually does specifically kind of say like, oh, I saw you were up against hunters, so I decided that you needed a rocket launcher.
Yeah.
1, 2,
Nice.
buckle my shoe.
Does the rocket launcher lock on in this game? I don't remember.
No, that's only in 2 onwards. I can't remember, actually. It might only be 2. They might have taken that out of 3.
Mm-hmm.
But it definitely locks on in 2. That much I can say for certain. Homing rockets in that game were ridiculous.
Yeah.
Well, that white guy seems to have disappeared. Oh well. So you can stealth a tiny little bit of the beginning of this, but like after you kill that first elite, it's pretty much over, because this
Yeah.
grunt sees you, and then it's like, oh, okay, they all know I'm here now.
But I mean, like, who likes stealth video games anyways, right?
I don't know, to be honest, all those Metal Gear Solids just seem like a waste of time to me.
Yeah, seriously. I mean, what's the fun if you can't just run around with a 2-barreled rocket launcher and, blow aliens up? I'm having a hard time saying this with a straight face if you
Yeah.
can't, if you can't recognize that.
Alright, so this place is actually really... The inside of here is super confusing, and I hate it. I hate it so much, because it's so confusing.
I mean, it's like it was designed by an alien or something.
Oh, he's still alive! Not anymore. How do you survive that rocket blast?
Shield, yo.
Oh, no.
He just, shielded himself from the explosion. That's how physics works, right?
Yeah, that's how that works.
Yeah.
So yeah, the inside of this place is kind of confusing to navigate.
Labyrinthian.
Yeah, you see a cut there because I went completely the wrong way. So there's just like this ramp here, and it's not super obvious that it's there.
It also,
You
like,
just kind of have to find it.
from the room you're in, if you look over there, it just looks like a drop.
Yeah, it does actually.
Yeah, so you're just
and then-
don't want to go down there.
No, and then there's all these and there's more ramps, and you just have to kind of keep finding ramps and making your way down.
Mm-hmm.
It's not super obvious that there's a door here either.
The level design is super interesting, but kind of not good at the same time.
Yeah.
And that goes for all the Halo games, really. Except for, like, 3. 3 had really linear design.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
Yeah.
The level design in 3, it was really linear, so that was a lot better. You never really got lost or confused about where you're supposed to go.
Yeah, at the same time, though, it took out all these interesting sections like this, where you could just wander around and kind of, like, get lost in, like, this really cool alien environment.
Yeah. And also, there's a bunch of other things about 3 that aren't, super great.
Yeah. But, you'll get there.
Yeah, we'll get there.
Couple years, but you'll get there.
Yeah. It'll be like 5 more years before we get there, but yeah, we'll get there. Man, that is like a sucky way to die from
Yeah,
an invisible
seriously.
rocket.
Should activate the map. Analyzing. Halo's control center is located there. That structure appears to be some sort of temple or shrine, if I've interpreted this correctly. Interesting. The shrine is an unlikely place to put such a significant installation.
Cortana to Captain Keyes.
Oh, look, another overshield. Yoink.
The captain has dropped out of contact, Cortana. His ship may be out of range or having a...
So here's another question. When you're done with the single-player campaign, are you going to go back and do multiplayer co-op with Vile?
We couldn't even if we wanted to.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because aside from the fact that Vile doesn't own an X-Bone,
That can change.
it can change. However, his regular 360, it can't go online anymore because it's I think he said the Ethernet port's full of Mountain Dew Red or some shit like that. I can't remember.
That sounds like him.
Yeah.
But that dude went flying, which is another great thing about this game. Just the animations are so good. Even in the original version, man, they're so smooth.
Yeah. Though, don't worry, I will cover the multiplayer.
Mm-hmm.
It will get covered in every single Halo game. I will cover those multiplayer things.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's an important part of the game.
Yeah. I mean, it built an era of, arena first-person shooters, so...
Mm-hmm. I mean, people will obviously argue that and be like, well, Quake and Unreal, but I'm like, oh yeah, you know what, but Halo kind of popularized it, I guess?
Well, I would argue that
I would say.
Quake and Halo popularized it back then, but this is when things started to switch gears, and the whole regenerating health thing, in this case it's just regenerating shield. But all that stuff started getting popularized with this.
Yeah, definitely.
This game takes a lot from the earlier first-person shooters, including stuff like Marathon and Strife. Marathon, of course, being another Bungie title, so duh.
Yeah, it was Bungie to I think the only Bungie title before this one, unless there was a second Marathon. I can't remember.
I want to say they made another game, but it was legit not good, so no one knows about it or something. I don't know.
Was it Omni or something like that? I can't remember.
I don't know. But, point being, they obviously took a lot of things from Marathon and Strife and other games. So it's not like everything in this game is brand new or anything, but it put it all into a package which was popular and good, I guess. I
Yeah,
don't know.
yeah, sure. Like, there are obviously a lot of things that come from Marathon, because if you look at the rocket launcher in Marathon and compare it to the Halo one, it's like nearly identical,
Yeah,
which is pretty fun.
yeah.
Fun little detail. There are just some dead soldiers there, and it's like, how the hell did they get there? Like, I couldn't get past the locked door.
They just kind of fell through the hole. They were the ones that were like, oh, look, there's a ramp here. Oh, whoops, never mind. We were wrong.
They didn't see the hole. They just kept walking.
It was like, you know, a Looney Tunes cartoon where they just kind of walked off and then looked on the screen.
You looked down and then looked at the screen
Yeah.
and then fell.
If you look really closely, you can actually see their signs that say whoops. So I'm sad that you do not have my favorite skull yet.
Oh yeah?
I can't remember the name of it, but it's the one where if you pop a grunt in the head, they
Oh
explode.
yeah, that's I don't think that's in this game. By the way, this guy is the strongest enemy in the whole game. Look at that. 1 grenade, 2 grenades,
Several needlers. Oh,
several
he's down.
needlers, and now he's dead. He survived a rocket blast to the face. And that's why there was a cut there, because I shot him in the face with the rocket,
And then he just
and then he just was like, nice try, bro, and then fucking killed me.
Cortana to Echo 419. The Chief and I are topside.
It is kind of silly to me that that guy is stronger than a
A hunter.
yeah.
Yeah.
I remember the hunters being stronger too. I really don't remember being able to shoot them in the back just once. Maybe I was just bad at this game.
Last challenge that we've got to go up against is 3 invisible elites.
How do you know there's not a fourth one? He could just be invisible.
He's just hiding. He's like, I saw my friends get fucked up, I'm not tangling with that.
But dude, that dude took way more shots than the other ones, right? So like,
I guess?
it must have been a conscious choice, right?
Let's get moving. Foehammer, here are coordinates and a flight plan I've worked out. Cortana, these coordinates are underground. The Covenant did a thorough seismic scan. And my analysis shows that Halo is honeycombed with deep tunnels, which circle the whole ring. I hope your analysis is also funny, Cortana. This Pelican won't turn on a dime. Look on the bright side, Foehammer. The last thing the Covenant will expect is an aerial insertion from underground.
Oh well, that's the silent cartographer.
Yeah, that was fun.
It was fun. Thanks for coming with me.
No problem.
Yeah.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah. We'll see you guys again next week for more Halo. Bye.
Goodbye.